So these are some of the standard symbols that we would use in order to represent a pedigree chart. You know that pedigree chart is something, is a graphical representation where we can trace the inheritance of a specific trait down the generations in the form of a family tree. It is represented in the form of a family tree. Some of the standard symbols which we all already learned in the PU part, you have a square is representing a male, a circle for a female, and both of them connected by a horizontal line which represents a marriage or a meeting, and a vertical line which is drawn out of the horizontal line indicating the children that are born to them and the order of birth starting from the left. So they first had a son, and the second child that was born to them was a daughter. And you also have some additional symbols that you would want to know over here, like how here the square and the circle are connected to by a triangular line on top, and that represents a dizygotic twin. If they're connected by a triangular shape on top and a horizontal line below, then it is a monozygotic twin. Of course, while representing a family tree, if the sex of the individual is not known because it has not been recorded over the years, you can just represent it using a diamond symbol. And if you write a number within the square or the circle, it represents how many individuals of that particular sex were born to that particular couple in that generation in the family tree. And if you shade the circle or the square, it means they are affected. Sometimes, not in all pedigree charts, but sometimes even heterozygotes are represented by partly shading them. And usually in X-linked recessive inheritance pattern, a dot is written in the center to indicate that the individual is a carrier. And by crossing it, we indicate death. And if a vertical line from a couple is drawn ending with a dot, that means the child failed to survive, or it was a stillbirth with sex being unspecified because we do not know if the child was a male or a female. The very first individual with whom you start the pedigree chart is referred to as a propositus or a proposita. Okay. And also identifying an individual who is affected, you know that if you consider a pedigree chart as shown over here, you are considering the second child. The affected person here is passing on the affected or the defective gene onto the son who is in the who was born in the second position in the second generation here. And then if it is connected by two lines, we know that it is consanguineous marriage. Consanguineous marriage meaning it is something which happens between close relatives. And if the male and the female are separated by two slanting lines like this, it would indicate a divorce or a termination of the marriage. So these are some of the additional symbols. We don't use all of them, but it is good to know some of the symbols that are routinely used in the case of pedigree analysis.